So today we're going to make a tile this is an unfired tile. So after it's dry, this is what it will look like. And to do that, you are going to first draw and design your tile on this piece of paper. So I want you to draw a design, and it needs to be a design that is kind of like a coloring book. So it needs to have spaces for you to add glaze to the next time we come in. So you can just draw a simple design. I have drawn in pencil this simple paw print. And to transfer this design to our tile, we need to first tape our design down so it doesn't move on us as we transfer it. And then we're going to use this plastic. And you're going to just tape that down as well so it doesn't move. And then you're going to take a gel pen and you're going to simply trace your design. Now this gel pen on the plastic, if you touch it, might smear a little bit, so just be careful that you're not putting your hand over the areas where you've already drawn. And make sure that you go over all areas so that you'll be able to see it. Now, once you've transferred your design, then you need to untape it. And set those pieces off to the side. And then you will get your tile. And this tile is a clay tile that has been run through a slab roller to make it an even thickness, and it has dried for a little bit, so it is at the stage which is called leather hard. So it's not really super soft, but not hard, really hard either. So to transfer your design, you're going to take your plastic and you're going to center it on your tile. And then you're going to take your piece of paper and put it right over the top, and then you're just going to give it all a rub. And the reason you put the paper over that is just to kind of make it so it doesn't smear your drawing underneath. And just keep rubbing all over to make sure that your plastic is stuck to your tile. And this just makes it so that it doesn't get all over your hand. And then now you can see that the plastic is a little bit stuck to the tile. And then what we're going to do is take that same gel pen again, and we're going to just trace our pattern again. And it will leave an impression in the clay. And you just want to go over the areas. You don't want to push really hard, but you want to kind of just make sure that it's leaving a line. It's about how you would normally write. And if it starts to feel like it doesn't want to go anymore, then just go to the next one and come at it from the other direction until you can get your whole pattern drawn out. And just carefully go over your whole pattern. And once you've gone over your whole pattern, you can kind of, if you want, go back over any areas that you think might not be deep enough. But you don't want to go really deep and like put holes in it, so be careful. And once you've gone over it, then you can simply pull your plastic off, and you will see that you have carved your design into your tile. And if any of the ink has gone through, that is fine. It will be fired away when it goes through the kiln. So the next thing we need to do is we need to put our name on it. So we need to turn it over, and what you're going to do is make your hand really big on top of your tile, and then make sure your hand is really big underneath the tile, and then turn it over, and then peel the paper off and put it back down. Now again, you're going to use that same piece of plastic that you just used, and you can put your paper over it again to kind of get it to rub down. And then you're going to do just like you did with the front. You can write right over your design. You're just going to write your name, and your room number. And then peel off your plastic. And then again, we can flip it back over. So big hand, flip over, and put it back down. Now our final step is to make sure that we don't have any sharp corners around our edge. And what you're going to use for this is you're going to have a little cup of water, and you'll just dip your finger in and then rub it over the edge of your tile, and that will just soften the edge of your tile. Just go over it 2 or 3 times, not pushing very hard, but just kind of running that water over it, and it will just soften the edge so it's not sharp when the tile comes out of the kiln. And then now you'll be able to have your volunteers put it on the drying rack. And the next time we come in, you'll be putting your glaze on. This year we're going to work together as a Woodburn pack to make a sculpture similar to these. And just as we are part of Woodburn, we will each be making a part of our sculpture that will only succeed when we work together. As you are working on your tile, a couple of you at a time will be called back to the sculpture area, where you will make your piece of sculpture by adding texture to a tube of leather hard clay. Each Woodburn pack member will be making just one piece by choosing one texture from the various ones available. Carefully put the dowel through the center of the tube, and watch as these 2 options were created by gently rolling the tube across the surface to add texture. Make sure that you do not press too hard and you only roll gently. Once you are done creating your piece, you will finish your tile. And as with the tiles, the next time we are back in the classroom, you will add color after it has been fired in the kiln.